Will Hero is a visual will designer that allows you to map out and test your final wishes, creating your will in the process. Let's show you how to get started. Create your free account by entering your email and password. Congratulations! You've taken the first step. Next, select your state, which allows Will Hero to customize the experience to your local jurisdiction. This is your Visual Will homepage. At any time, you can toggle between your visual will and your written will. To unlock your written will, you can sign up for a Will Hero plan at any time. Your visual will has section boxes for each of the clauses in your will. These sections include My Details, Executors, Guardians for Minors, Care for Pets, Specific Gifts, Your Residual Estate, Provisions, and Funeral Wishes. There is a menu button in the top left corner where you can control your settings, as well as access elements such as people and assets. In the top right corner of every page is a help button where our AI assistant will answer any of your questions, including questions about wills and estate planning, your local jurisdictional laws, and how to use Will Hero. We recommend you start your Will Hero experience by asking the AI assistant some questions so you can learn how easy it is to get help at any time. When you first create your account, your will be empty. Now you can start designing your will by opening up any of the sections. We recommend you start with My Details and work your way down. My Details is information about you, known in your will as the testator. You will need to add your full name and at least one key identifier, such as your date of birth and address. If you review your written will, you can see this information is used to draft your first paragraph, identifying the will as yours and revoking prior wills. Next, let's add an executor. Your executor is the person you appoint in your will to carry out your final wishes and manage the administration of your estate after you pass away. Your executor is responsible for tasks such as collecting and valuing your assets, paying off any debts and taxes, and distributing the remaining assets to your beneficiaries, as specified in your will. Your executor must be over 18 years old. We recommend you nominate somebody in close proximity and in good health. It is important you choose somebody who is trustworthy and impartial, has organizational skills, financial knowledge, and agrees to take on the role. To nominate an executor, just click Add Executor. You can choose an existing person from your list or add a new person by adding their details, including their name, and at least one key identifier, such as their relationship to you, date of birth, or address. It is common for executors to be a loved one, such as a partner, children, or siblings. It is also common for people to choose a friend or a professional executor if they are concerned about family conflicts. Add co-executors if you want multiple people to act in that role and share the duties of carrying out your final wishes. It is important to add at least one backup executor in case your primary executor is unwilling or unable to serve. You can add more than one backup if you like, or even backups to your backups. At the bottom of the executor section, there will be a preview of the executor clause text that will appear in your written will. Make sure it reflects your wishes accurately, then return to the Visual Will homepage. Next, let's add a guardian for minors. The guardian is the person you nominate to take responsibility for the care and well-being of minor children under 18 years old if both parents have passed away or are unable to care for them. This includes decisions about the children's living arrangements, health care, and education. Guardians must be over 18 years old, and we recommend you nominate someone you trust who will care for your children in line with your values and wishes. To nominate a guardian, just click Add Guardian. You can choose an existing person from your list, or you can add a new person. Add co-guardians if you wish to appoint multiple people to that role and share the duties of caring for your minor children's needs. It is important to nominate at least one backup guardian in case your primary guardian is unwilling or unable to serve. To name specific minor children in your will, select Add Minor. You can add an existing person if they are under 18 years old, or add new minor children. If you wish to nominate different guardians for different minors, you can by selecting New Guardianship. At the bottom of the Guardian section, there will be a preview of Guardian Clause text that will appear in your written will. Make sure it reflects your wishes accurately. Then return to the Visual Will homepage. For those of you who have pets, select Pet Guardians. Your pet guardian is the person you nominate to take responsibility for the care and well-being of your pets after you pass away, if other co-owners are unable to care for them. We recommend your pet guardian as an adult over 18 years old, someone you trust, somebody who can provide the living conditions your pet needs, and someone willing to be financially responsible for your pets. To nominate a pet guardian, click Add Pet Guardian. You can choose an existing person from your list or add a new person. Add co-pet guardians if you want multiple people to act in that role and share the duties of caring for your pet's needs. We recommend you nominate at least one backup pet guardian in case your primary guardian is unwilling or unable to serve. To name specific pets in your will, click Add Pet. You can add an existing pet or add a new pet. If you wish to nominate different pet guardians for different pets, you can by selecting New Pet Guardian. At the bottom of the Pet Guardian section, there will be a preview of the clause text that will appear in your written will. Make sure it reflects your wishes accurately, then return to the Visual Will homepage. Next, let's map out how you wish your assets to be distributed, starting with your residual estate. Your residual estate is the portion of your assets that remain after all your debts, taxes, expenses, and gifts have been paid out. It is essentially what is left over to be distributed to your beneficiaries, and often makes up the bulk of your estate. Your primary beneficiary is the person or people you wish to inherit your residual estate. For example, it might be your partner, your children, your siblings, parents, friends, or an organization such as a charity. You can add backup beneficiaries, which will give a beneficiary's share to their backups. For example, if your partner was your primary beneficiary, you might want your backups to be your children. You can add multiple levels of backups, directing each child's share to be inherited by their children. Just select those children's names or select the item, their children, which is useful for selecting unborn children in your will. Contingency layers are useful for when you wish to nominate backup beneficiaries, but only if all the beneficiaries in the previous layer pass away before you. For example, you could add a contingency layer to give your residual estate to your siblings and their children, but only if your partner and all their children and descendants passed away before you. You can add multiple contingency layers if you wish to give your will that extra layer of resilience. You have the flexibility to adjust percentages that beneficiaries receive, and you can add conditions for specific beneficiaries. For example, you might want to hold an inheritance in trust until a person reaches a certain age. At the bottom of the residual estate section, there will be a preview of the clause text that will appear in your written will. Make sure it reflects your wishes accurately. Then return to the Visual Will homepage. If you wish to gift anything specific to a beneficiary, select Gifts. The gift section is similar to the residual estate section, except you can add specific assets to give away. Just select Add Asset. You can gift a monetary amount, gift an existing asset, or add a new asset, including bank accounts, vehicles, property, jewelry, and other memorabilia. Once you add the asset you wish to gift, select the beneficiary. If you wish to make different gifts to different people, select New Gift. Then choose a different asset and the intended beneficiary. If your beneficiary is unable to receive your gift, it will become part of the residual estate unless you add a suitable backup beneficiary. Remember to review the gift clause text to make sure it reflects your wishes, then return to the Visual Will homepage. You can now preview a summary of your will, including your executors, guardians, gifts, and residual estate. Be sure to explore if you wish to add any additional provisions to your will. These include excluding people from your will, instructions to sell an asset, debt forgiveness, and granting somebody life use of an asset. If you wish to learn more about provisions, Just ask our AI assistant. Finally, let's add our funeral wishes. Select between burial, cremation, donate to science, or let my executor decide. You can leave optional notes for your executor. Congratulations! You have completed all the sections of your will and can preview the draft of your written will. The next step is ensuring this is the will you want. Let's start by using scenario testing to see how different circumstances may impact your estate. Scenario testing allows you to visually explore what would happen if different beneficiaries pass away before you, or if specific conditions are not met. This can help you understand how your will instructs your assets to flow, and it may prompt you to add additional backup layers for executors, guardians, and beneficiaries. We're almost there. Last step is to review and download your will. Your will be reviewed for any potential issues, including missing or potentially incorrect information, as well as reminders about ensuring your executors and guardians have agreed to their roles. This review is informational and not legal advice. Congratulations! Now take a moment to celebrate and enjoy the peace of mind of knowing that your loved ones and your legacy is protected. You will receive an email that includes your will, ready for signing, along with signing instructions specific to your state. To complete your will and make it legally valid, simply print your will and carefully follow the signing instructions and witnessing instructions to make your will valid. Be sure to store the signed original of your will somewhere safe. Then visit Will Hero again if you wish to make any updates. So, what are you waiting for? Protect your legacy and give peace of mind to you and your loved ones. Make your will today with Will Hero.